In this video, I explain the theoretical consequences of multicollinearity. First, in case of near multicollinearity, the OLS estimator means ordinary least square estimator are unbiased. So two types of multicollinearity: perfect multicollinearity. One is perfect and other is perfect multicollinearity and near multicollinearity. If our correlation coefficient among independent variables is 1, it is called perfect multicollinearity. If it is correlation coefficient less than 1, then it is called near multicollinearity. Correlation coefficient among independent variables. So in case of, we discuss only the case of near multicollinearity, because in perfect multicollinearity beta cap, the slope coefficient of regression model is indeterminate. We cannot calculate indeterminate. We cannot calculate beta cap indeterminate in case of perfect multicollinearity. So in case of near multicollinearity, the OLS estimator are unbiased. What is unbiased? Unbiased mean expected value of beta cap. Beta cap is the slope parameter of the regression model. Expected value of beta cap is equal to true value of the population parameter. So this is the property that in case of near multicollinearity, the OLS means ordinary least square estimator is unbiased. Why it is unbiased? This is the question. In the presence of multicollinearity, one of the assumption of multicollinearity is that it has repeated sampling property. Suppose you have a population of 1000 numbers, any population, and you take samples and x is fixed. Suppose that your x is 10. You take 10 members in each sample. As you increase your number of samples, suppose that your number of sample is n is equal to 50. You take 50 samples and each sample consists of 10 members. Then this is the property that your sample estimate converges to population parameter, means it is close to population parameter as you increase the number of samples. So this is the reason in the presence of multicollinearity OLS estimator are unbiased. So I repeat again, in the presence of multicollinearity, the OLS estimator is unbiased because it has the property of repeated sampling, and by keeping the value of x fixed, if one obtain repeated samples and compute OLS estimator for each sample, the average of sample estimates, when from each sample you take its estimate, so it converges to the population parameter as the number of sample increases. Number 2, in case of all linear unbiased estimator, any estimator which has two property: number 1 linear, number 2 unbiased. So what is linearity? Means if our estimator is beta cap is our estimator, slope estimator, it has some linear function with dependent variable y is the dependent variable. So beta cap is the estimator beta cap is linear function of the dependent variable y. It has a linear relationship with the dependent variable y. And unbiased, I repeat previous that expected value of beta cap is equal to expected value of beta cap is equal to beta. So this is the linear unbiased estimator. The OLS estimator have minimum variance. OLS estimator have minimum variance, so this is the reason this estimator is called efficient. But it does not mean that in the presence of minimum variance, the variance of OLS estimator will necessarily be small. Means in the presence of multicollinearity, the variance of OLS estimator of any given sample will be large. Number 3. Multicollinearity is essentially a sample phenomena. It is a sample phenomena in the sense that if x variables are not linearly related in population, suppose that if you have a population of 1000 members and its x variables taken from population are not linearly related, means there is no multicollinearity. But when you take sample from this population, there should be the resemblance in the presence of sample. I explain it as, suppose your dependent variable is consumption and your independent variable is income and wealth, and you take sample from the population. As you know, the more wealthier people have more income. So there is relationship among two variables x1 and x2. Suppose x1 is income and x2 is wealth, and y is the consumption, which is the dependent variable, plus beta 1 x1, this is the model of regression, beta 2 x2 plus error term. X1 is income and x2 is wealth. So more wealthier people have more income, so there is the relationship, and this is the multicollinearity which have some effect on the dependent variable y. But if we take such type of sample like we search people who have low income with maximum wealth, and the people which have low wealth with and higher income. So this is this type of data is cross-sectional data, and there is no multicollinearity among cross-sectional data. So we can remove the effect of multicollinearity. So for this is the reason why we said that OLS estimator is best linear unbiased estimator. If you like video, then click on like button and subscribe my channel Statisticians Club. You can find videos about multicollinearity, like types of multicollinearity, concept of multicollinearity. I make a complete playlist. So if you search multicollinearity playlist Statisticians Club with my channel name, so you can find this list. There is lot of videos available on the topic of multicollinearity. Thanks for watching.